Hello everybody, this is Astocky here, and I thought I would go for guys. Civ. This is what the game started off as. The volume just seems So yeah, basically this is Civ 1, where it all started, where Civ 5, I guess, a successor to. I thought I would just really quickly show you guys where the game came from. Super cool intro here. I guess there's probably a lot of you who have not seen this, so I'll let it run and I won't talk too much. I was thinking of like voicing over the narrative, but you know, this was a time before words, no, not before words, before like spoken words were recorded. You know, personally I think this is a good game. It's a game I come back and I play quite a bit. I guess relatively speaking for a game that came out in the early 90s, but I think Civ 5 is probably going to be a really good game once I get into it. It just looks like the learning curve is a little bit steeper, and like I said, really familiar with this game, so I won't make this episode too long. It's going to be fairly short. I guess I just wanted to show you guys where it all started. I was hoping to show you Civ 2 as well in the same video. Unfortunately, I can't get Civ 2 to work on the Windows 8, which is a bit of a bummer, and I haven't got my virtual machine with Windows XP running anymore. When I transferred over to Windows 8, I haven't set that back up, so I'm kind of limited. Classy music, known as Man. Sorry, I said I wasn't going to do that. I can't help it. Fire! So I guess for those of you who haven't seen this before, it's very similar to the way kind of Civ 5 starts out. You pick a civilization, you've got to basically either conquer the world or be the first person to get to the moon. And it's got, I guess, the basics of all the kind of units that you get in the later Civ games, but I guess it's very simple graphically, and it's very simple in terms of animations and things as well, so I think it's a lot of fun. It's almost like you'd call it, I guess, a coffee table game where you can pick it up, play it for a little while, and then stop. Wow, a civilization. Beautiful. I'm going to go for Chieftain, just because easy is good. 7 civilizations, now you get to pick who you want to be. There are other ones, the original, and I'm going to pick Roman, because I want to be Caesar. Awesome, awesome. So, you have your Civilopedia. One of these things is meant to tell me, Science Advisor, there we go. I currently know alphabet. I think that helps me. I think that's a pretty good thing actually. But let's have a look around. Ooh, valuable metal deposits. That looks like a good spot to build. So let's follow the guidance and build our first city, the city of Rome. Founded in 3960 BC. Nice. So it's much the same as your other ones. You have all your different resources over here. Your top one is food. So that's how much food is being consumed each turn. The gap shows that you're producing more food than you need, and you're producing basically double as much as you need. So what that will do is that will basically fill up your food storage. And I believe when that gets full, you'll click over and you'll get an extra person basically, because I currently got one person. So this tells you what you have in your town. I believe you can click, now here it is, view, and you can actually take a look. So there's not really very much there at all. And I think this is money you get per turn. I don't know what that symbol means, but there's a little like beaker you can get that's science, and this one here is defense. So it's not a bad little place to start with. You can click on happy. My people seem to be fairly happy. There's not much of a map. I've already shown you the view, and here's where you can construct your units. So I'm going to stick with militia. In fact, do I have enough money to buy militia? I have 100, so let's buy one. Oh, actually, there you go. that symbol there is not defense, it's production. So we'll press exit and press enter to go to the next turn. We have just built our first unit, so we'll move around a little bit and do some exploring. Not too much exploring, because if someone was to have another military unit and basically walk into my town, they would have taken it over. You can see now I have one more. So now that I've done that, I'm going to start work on a barracks. And now I'm going to press F, which basically fortifies him inside the town, and is going to hopefully make it so anyone who attacks is going to have to fight his wrath. Oh wow, we have discovered a new town. Nice. I'm going to go the same thing with those guys and fortify so I don't lose that town as well. Okay, so here Rome has now updated to a level 2 city. So we now have 2 people, and what you can actually do is you can choose. So if I put that here, I will get 2 of those symbols and 2 food. If I put it there, I get 2 food and 1 production. So you can kind of place them around in all the different locations to see what gets you the best. See, up here I only get 1 food, so the town would grow slower, but I double my production rate. So you can kind of sort of pick and choose where it is you want to, I guess, put your different people and see how things go. And if we view now, you'll see I have 2 citizens at the bottom. So again, there we go, we've now built a new person. Do some more exploring. Okay, that's a gold mine. That is an excellent place to get lots of different things. We've now built the first thing within our city. So I'm going to build a new settler now. Now building a settler will actually take away one of my population squares, but by the time it's built, I'll actually pretty much already have the amount that I need anyway in terms of food storage. So these guys are doing quite well. That's actually got really good for produce. I don't know what it is. It's like a little deer thing. So I mean, the game, they've recognized my leadership. Let's build number 4, a nice front. Now I'm Roman, so I want to go for that Greeky Roman kind of look. Perfect, look at that. So hopefully, now that we've done that, we can start with all of the different kind of researches. So I'm going to go for the wheel. I don't know, the wheel I know allows me to get chariots, which are an excellent sort of really fast moving unit. I have discovered the Republic and a courthouse in... Wow, a civilization's been wiped out already. So what I'm going to start doing now is, now that I have 3 military units, I'm going to start building some barracks and start building some other units. Wow, that settler's building really slowly. That's okay, I can deal with that. Just keep looking around, keep kind of spreading out, finding things that are around me. More ancient wisdom. Excellent, it allows me to have a ship, so I can now actually start some water exploration. So I guess for those of you who've played the newer Civilization games, you'll kind of recognize all the features that I'm talking about. I guess just in a more simplified, I guess a much more easy to digest sort of form. Ooh, the Germans wishes to speak with me. Yes, I'll hear them out. Greetings from he who makes mortals tremble, Frederick of the Germans. I may be worthy to make peace. I will welcome peace with the Germans. Now, basically, if you're allied with someone, you can't move your military unit next to one of their areas. And the reason for that, how come you could build a courthouse? Oh, whatever. So yeah, so you can't move your military units next to someone who you're friendly with. The game just doesn't allow you to do that. Ooh, we now have the wheel. That's where we can start to produce chariots, which are a really, really good fighting unit early on. And then I'm going to go for a bronze working, which will allow me to get a fairly good defensive unit. And I guess together, these things all kind of add up. Now I believe there's a way I can click, is it? Right click? There we go. So this, hopefully, Now that should be a pretty good place to build. More scrolls of ancient wisdom, horseback riding, so I can now get cavalry. So, I'm really kind of, I guess, racing through the tech tree by finding all these different areas, which is great. That spot looks like a good spot. Now, just to be clear, I think you can do 2 squares in any direction. So I can do 2 squares that way, 2 squares. Yeah, that looks like not too bad a spot. Yeah, why not? It said that was a good spot. Let's build it. Carthage. So what do we get on the horses? 2 production, 1 food. 2 production, 1 food. It's much the same, which is not, not ideal. Seeing as this guy hasn't actually got a huge amount more exploring he can do in that direction, I'm actually going to bring him over here and just fortify him in the town. So I guess, like I said, this was just going to be aimed to be a bit of a short video to show you guys how, I guess, the original civilization looks. If you guys are interested, I can happily keep playing this. I really enjoy this game, and it's definitely much easier to play and to kind of get into than Civ 5 is for me, just because I've played this so much before. In Civ 5, I want to play that a little bit more before I start actually going to the point of recording, because again, it's a game that takes a lot of strategy and a lot of different things to master, and I just haven't got there yet with it. But anyhow, like I said, if you'd like to see more, let me know. Otherwise, stay tuned for next Tuesday, when you'll be seeing something, probably another Sid Meier game. Just thinking, off the top of my head what I might do next week. But yeah, hopefully you'll see another Sid Meier game next week for a similar kind of short spotlight video. So again, thanks for watching. Astocky out.